Next, I want to address a question that I received from a person that I think recently begun to have conversations with in the YouTube comment section. So I'm very grateful. It's ED1RKO17. So hello, I hope you're doing well, and thank you very much for your great comments. I really appreciate it. You asked me the question, what films do you watch in order to rejuvenate yourself after feeling exhausted? So, and I think that's a great question. And so let's see, so maybe to put it in another way. So what films do I like that help me to rejuvenate or to get re-energized? And this is great. Maybe I addressed this indirectly in a previous video. I don't recall now, but I might have addressed this, and I think the answer is it depends. It really depends. Sometimes it just depends on my mood. It doesn't necessarily need to be a so-called light film. But sometimes it is, and so it's, what's the phrase? The phrase that's often used, I think, is a film that one can turn off one's brain. I think that's the phrase. So, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that kind of entertainment or fare. It can be something that is rather intense, but something that gives me a little bit of a jolt. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to be a satisfactory answer to your question. So I'm sorry if it's not, if it doesn't satisfy, or it doesn't. I'm not answering your question to your satisfaction. But if I could give an example, I would say. Recently, I was very down. Well, not down, but I was really exhausted from certain things that I had to do, and very tired. And but I just couldn't go to sleep. And so I went into the main room because I didn't want to, because my family was asleep in the bedroom. So I just went out, and I was figuring out how should I go to sleep because I had work the next day. So I figured I can't just leave it like this, so I just put in a film. And I think it was because I was just very stressed or very tired or something. And the film was so relaxing and so soothing that I think that helped me to feel in that way rejuvenated and refreshed. And so I was able to relax, and thus I fell asleep, and I was able to take care of what it is I needed to take care of at the time. And the film is this one, The Room. This is the film that is written by Tommy Wiseau, produced by Tommy Wiseau, and directed by Tommy Wiseau. And it's a drama, and it's a film that has a lot of how shall I put it? It has a lot of intrigue. So yeah, so this is a fairly famous film, I think, and this was something that really helped me to relax because it just soothed. It was so soothing, and all the tension from my body just left, and I felt so recharged after watching this film. And I think those of you who know this film will probably know that it's not the greatest film ever made, but there is a certain charisma that the star Tommy Wiseau undeniably has. When he's on the screen, I cannot take my eyes off him, and that is, I think, a mark of a great screen presence. And so this is the Blu-ray of The Room, and you know it's the Blu-ray because of the wonderful way in which his eyes have been somewhat altered in Photoshop, because I think the original picture of this face is his eyes are different, so the eyes have been very interestingly photoshopped in a way to make them look, I don't know, more serious. I'm not sure, but it has a very comic effect, I think. But the just to complete this conversation, this has the disc inside, and it has the disc inside, and it has the scenes chapter information, and it also has this postcard for Tommy Wiseau. This is his picture, and on the back it has some kind of Tommy Wiseau underwear. Tommy Wiseau underwear that I think one can purchase at the website TommyWiseau.com. So I'm not sure if anyone's interested in purchasing his underwear, but I'm probably not going to purchase his underwear, but I will. I think this card is a very interesting little bit of memorabilia for what it's worth. And I should say also that the back of the disc has I think it's a reversible sleeve, or it indicates a reversible sleeve, and there's a little bit where it says there's a picture of a little dog, you know, hi doggy, which is a very key moment in the film. And so I think it's very nice film, and this is an example of a film that has rejuvenated me. And there are other films that can rejuvenate me, and this is not the only film that I think is has a rejuvenating effect on me, but this is the most recent example. So again, this is to say that I think there are many films like that for me. So I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on what you think is a rejuvenating film, something that gives you energy and makes you maybe feel relaxed and helps to relieve the stress and makes you feel re-energized. This film does it for me in certain ways that perhaps one day I'd like to talk about. And in fact, I think I should make a video about The Room. It's a very unique film watching experience, and I've seen it many times, and I know perhaps how should I put it? I know that YouTube has a lot of people who've made videos about The Room, and so perhaps, but who knows? It might be worth looking into, just even if it's for a little bit. So I will probably be putting up a video about The Room very soon. And so in the meantime, if you have any questions about that, or if you have any questions or comments, please, you can leave them below, or you can leave them in your pocket or something, and yeah, we can go from there. But anyway, ED1RKO17, thank you very much for your fantastic comment. I thought it was great, and yeah, it's really wonderful, and thank you very much, and yeah, thank you, and I look forward to talking with you again, very soon. I hope it's sooner rather than later. Okay, so let me end it there and say, oh, sorry, there's one other thing that I wanted to say, which is, someone asked, I have my avatar picture, and it's a rotary phone, or it's a telephone, and someone asked, is that really your phone? Is that just a picture? And I just wanted to say that, yes, it is. I have it here because it's a real phone. Here we go, excuse me. Just pull this out. It is a real phone. So there's the phone. I don't know if you can see it there. So that's the phone, and it's a real phone, and I don't have it plugged in because of certain wiring issues here in my Japanese home. But it is a real phone, and it's one of these, right? So the reason why I have this is because I like these sorts of items. I remember I used a phone like this when I was a kid, and so I do remember using this. I feel the same about typewriters. Typewriters. I remember using typewriters when I was a kid, and then they quickly became obsolete. So I do have a number of typewriters in in the closet in there. So perhaps one day I can show those. But yes, so this is an actual phone, and so the reason why I have it as my avatar or my little picture is because I think, I don't know, I just like the way it looks. I think there's a nice a beauty about it, and also it reminds me of something. You know, I always use my phone. I use my iPhone, and I use my iPhone. This video is actually being used, made by my iPhone now, and all that. So it's everything is high technology, and I love it. It's great, right? It's great to have iPhones. It's so convenient, and I love it. And that's why, and YouTube and Facebook, and so all this stuff is because of the high connectivity that we all have with the internet, and it's fantastic. I'm so happy to be part of this age. But at the same time, you know, I just, man, it would be nice to have these. Once in a while I feel like, oh man, it would be nice to just go back to the way it was like this, and you know, not worry about an email, or maybe if I wanted to contact someone, I had to go back to my home and make a telephone call and do that sort of thing. Anyway, that's just to let you know that it is a real phone. It's a working phone, but I just don't have it hooked up because of certain realities with my own the wiring here in my house. But who knows, maybe one day I might be able to figure something out. But anyway, sorry about that little aside, and I hope all of you are doing well. And again, if you have any comments, thoughts, or questions, please feel free to leave them down below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Until we meet again, my friends, please be happy and healthy and well, and please keep on watching a lot of great cinema. And great. So until we meet again, cheers.